Everyone, Kevin here for Channel Mana League, bringing you another M14 draft. This one is an 8-4, so if you watched the last one, it was a pre-release, and had my buddy Lucky Draw helping me draft. So this will be an 8-4. Anyways, I think there's a couple interesting picks here. Doomblade is obviously, as they say, the 1/2 green spider guy. They call it the green Doomblade. Well, this is the black Doomblade, and it's very, very, very good. I would say it's between that and the Thorncaster Sliver. I think other than maybe the white Double Strike Sliver, this guy's pretty good, especially since there's other red slivers. And dealing 1 damage to target creature or player is pretty good. You can pick off creatures if you have enough slivers to make it go. That being said, I think I'm just going to take the Doomblade. Yeah, I'm going to take the Doomblade. I pretty much always draft blue-green in this format so far, so I'm trying to get away from that. I just think blue-green are pretty much strongest colors. Red's pretty strong too. But I just always get past a ton of really good blue and green stuff. Maybe it's because I think they're stronger, maybe that's my own personal bias that I think, oh hey, look at all these late blue cards, and there's just a ton of good blue commons in my opinion. Claustrophobia, Frost Breath, Time Ebb, even the bounce spell for Disperse is, pretty okay. And then all the flyers, blue is just so strong in this set. And then if you look at the uncommons, you have like the Air Servant, which is just ridiculous. So anyways, Elite Arcanist is not really amazing unless you're playing a ton of instants, and even then you're really just kind of asking to be 2-for-1 on this guy. So that is not the pick. For us, the Charging Griffin's okay. I think I'm going to take the Firecat. Maybe we can get a red-black deck going. And the Vampire Warlord, it's okay. Maybe it'll come back our way. This is probably going to be a Shiv's Embrace. The Deadly Recluse, that's the green Doomblade. I have the black Doomblade. I could take the green one also, but I don't think so. Auras, of course, you always have to be careful because there are 2-for-1s waiting to happen, but this one just wins a game if you don't have a way to deal with the guy. And I mean, there's lots of, hate in green for the flyers with the, geez, I cannot think tonight, the 3-mana Destroy a Flyer card, but they come around pretty late. I don't think I want Grim Return. It's pretty sweet art on that card, though. I like that. But, yeah, I think it's going to be the Shiv's Embrace. If it wasn't for that, Corpse Hauler is fine, and Deadly Recluse is probably the best card, other than maybe Shiv's Embrace. I think these are kind of a toss-up. Obviously, Deadly Recluse takes care of Shiv's Embrace, but an Academy Raider is okay. But we're going to take the Shiv's Embrace, see how that goes. Johnny's Chosen. I think you have to have probably a lot of auras for that to be good. Or, I guess, any enchantments, but most of them are auras. So, I think the Blur Sliver's okay. The Mark is pretty good, but the fact that there's an Elvish Mystic and a Root Walla here, pick 4, lead me to believe that green might be pretty open. And even though I don't think black is the strongest color, but I like Doomblade, and I was hoping that maybe I could draft a deck that's not green. But when this is what's in your pack, Mark is pretty okay. Mark of the Vampire is okay. Again, it's an aura, and this one keeps you on the ground even though it gives lifelink. But these 2 green cards are just too good, and I think, even though I like Mystic a lot, I'm going to take the Root Walla because it's a little more splashable just in case we don't get there in green. The Mystic's awesome if you're heavy green, you play it, early, obviously, but if you're not as heavy green, you're not going to reliably be able to cast it early. So, I don't love any of these cards, to be honest. I see people take this Darksteel Ingot. I watch videos too, and I see people pick this up just to run in their 2-color deck. I don't really think that 3-mana acceleration, I haven't seen it be that amazing yet. So I would say maybe, it's hard to know. I mean, Master Diversion is pretty good, and Show of Valor are both pretty good, so maybe that's a sign white is open. Time Ebb I like, but there's no blue cards, so I don't think it's there. I think I'm just going to take this Rangers Guile right here. I'm not a huge fan of the Dark Favor. Actually, I'm going to take Windstorm. Alright. Kind of hard to pick up a signal here because I don't think any of these cards are that great, other than I think Show of Valor is a strong trick, and so is Fortify. But like Mastodon's like Sanguine Bond is not amazing, Lava Axe isn't amazing. Merfolk Illusionary Armor is like okay. It's good if you can't if your creatures aren't targeted, so I guess maybe it's good on like a hexproof guy, but there's not a whole lot of those, and maybe just the Witch Stalker guy and the 1/1 in green, the Glade Cover Scout I think it's called. So anyway, that's all I'm doing. I do like Hunt the Weak though, and it's a pretty decent removal spell. So we'll see. Oh, there's the Glade Cover Scout. I was talking about him. So maybe white is open. I think Celestial Flare is by far the best color in this pack. Sentinel Sliver's fine. I don't think Blessing's all that good. Maybe if you were like mono white or something, it'd be alright. Yeah, I'm not super excited about Oath of the Ancient Wood or the Glade Cover Scout either. So I think I'm just going to pick up the Celestial Flare, even though we have no white card, then it's a double white card, because I think it has the most upside. Sentinel Sliver's okay, but I'd rather have the removal if I'm going to move into white. Okie dokie. Well, blue is definitely not open, because I'm pretty familiar with blue in the set, and we haven't really seen anything very good. I mean, Seacoast Drake's playable, but I haven't seen any really good blue cards. Duress and Shrivel are not that amazing. Divine Favors, Glimpse of the Future. I mean, these packs have been pretty weak in general. I think that guy's okay, but we're going to take the Shortcutter. I think that's a pretty decent aggressive card. So that's what we're going to take. I mean, again, the black card's Duress is fine. Ring Flesh is okay. Not a fan of Lava Axe. The Brindlebore is not exciting either, but at least it's playable. And yeah. Show of Valor. I think we're probably going to be red. So far, this deck's not good at all, but sometimes that's how it go. I don't think Grim Return is really going to be making this deck. I mean, maybe we splash black for Doomblade. I don't even know what we're doing right now. Fog is a possibility. I think I'm going to take Rod of Ruin. I don't think it's that strong in this set. I mean, there are some 1 toughness guys, and there's some tokens and things, but I think I'm going to take the Fortify here. I think at this point, white looks more open than black, and Fortify is not too shabby. And there's a Show of Valor. It came around really late, so yeah. I would say that this did not start out swimmingly. And I mean, even if we play green, I don't want to main deck a Windstorm. It's just really good when it's good. Oh, alright. So we went from not having any cards to here there being a ton of cards. There's a Lifebane Zombie, which I think is worth 3 or 4. Let's go check it out. Yeah, buying at 3, which means it's worth 3 to 4. A foil Megantic Sliver, which probably isn't worth much. It's a good card. A double black Sengir Vampire, and then there's just a lot of good cards in this pack. The Vampire, the Sliver, the Lifebane Zombie, the Chandra's Outrage, the Maulhorn. Man. I don't think a foil Megantic Sliver is worth anything, but let's check it out. Alright, well, it's not there, so it must not be worth much. I think for us, the best card probably is the Chandra's Outrage. Chandra. I mean, the Vampire's great and the Lifebane are, but we're just not that black, so I think I am going to take the Chandra's Outrage and just pass a few tickets to someone. You're welcome. I actually think I've been wanting to try this card. It costs 7, but if you have any creatures, any little crappy creatures, you get a ton of 4/4 angels. That seems pretty sick, and I think I'm going to take it. I don't know how we're going to really play white. I mean, if this card's passed, the guy to our left is probably not white. And clearly they saw that blue was not open either. These are pretty good blue cards. And obviously I didn't think black was going to get there. That's why I passed the card that was worth like $4, and the vampire, both very good black cards. They just didn't really look like they were going to get there for us. So someone gets a few dollars. I think I'm going to take this and then just see if we can get into white. I think this card is a way to win the game, and right now we don't really have a way to win the game, and nothing really great that we're passing up for it. So alright, well here getting penalized for passing our good black cards is the Liturgy of Blood, which is a very good removal spell. But I think Deadly Recluse is also quite good. At this point, we kind of need to figure out what we want to be, and I think right now green is probably weaker. I mean, I don't love Brindlebore. Windstorm isn't amazing. Oops, not what I was trying to do. Windstorm is more of a sideboard card. I do like Hunt the Weak and Root Walla, but clearly the green didn't come around as much as I'd expected it to. So at this point I think maybe we could be red-white. And with that I think it's probably the Pitchburn Devils. Dragon Egg is okay also. I'm not really sure, to be honest, whether Dragon Egg or Pitchburn Devils is better. This is a common, so maybe we just take the card that makes a dragon. I guess we'll take that over the Pitchburn Devils. Oh, alright, so here's, again, another good black card in Quag Sickness, but that ship has sailed and we were not on it. So, Awaken the Ancient is pretty good if you're pretty heavy red. Making a 7/7 Mountain Hasty Giant is pretty good. So that's what we're going to take. There's not really anything else here. I mean, Soulmender is fine, I guess, if you're trying to run a Devout Invocation, which we are, but I think we're probably going to end up red-white, and then, you know, maybe we'll pick up an Academy Raider or something, but that's what we're taking. It's pretty gruesome looking art. It's pretty alright though, I guess. I'm going to take the Regathan Firecat here. I do like, these are the lot, you know, blue commons I like. Frost Breath, Messenger Drake. Trollheight's fine too. We're out of black, but the Firecat's not too shabby here. Here we got the option between the Wall and the Sentinel, and that is the direction we're going to go, is either we're going to go white, I think, so we're just going to hide these green cards, try to stay open as long as possible, and I think the Devout Invocation and just the signals have been really weird in this draft. I don't think it's been super clear. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's something there that I just completely was blind to see. Black looks clear coming back this way, and there's some good blue cards, but obviously this is not the direction you're trying to get all your cards from. You're trying to get them from the other way. So I think here I'm going to take the Griffin Sentinel. Alright, here I'll pick up the Academy Raider. Again, the blue cards coming this way are not bad with the Scroll Thief and the Frostbreath, and then the black cards with the Quag Sickness. So, I mean, the guy to our left probably realized, hey, there's not really any good blue and black cards coming, which is what we realized and why we have one Doomblade and nothing else really. But the Academy Raider has been very good. It's not as good if you're against a red deck, obviously, but if you're against anything else, the looting's pretty good. Good blue cards keep coming in the Trained Condor, but we'll take the Hatchling and probably play it. Yeah, more good blue. Well, not good blue, this card's not good, but the Corpse Hauler is pretty good. The rest of it's just okay. I'll take the Suntail Hawk in case I have to play it, and if I do, you might just hear some tears. Don't mind those. That's just me sad that I might have to play a Suntail Hawk. Essence Scatter is still very good. The best card here. We don't have any ways to really gain life, and I'm not going to try to force that with the Angelic Accord. We already have a better way to make angels, so here it's going to be the Canyon Minotaur. It's not amazing at all, but again, if I'm playing Soulmender, just ignore my wails of desperation. So this is not looking good. It's not looking good. I would say this deck's actually pretty bad. And it's okay. So, I mean, you take a Doomblade, pick one, and you hope to play it, but, you know, this shit, it happens, right? Great. So here's a Flames. Obviously, that's very good. No good white cards in this pack anyway, but there's a Clone we're passing. The Marauding Maulhorn is the best card that's not a Flames card. Might even be better in this deck with the Devout Invocation, but I can't pass the removal, especially in a deck with so little power. I'm going to need some way to stay alive, and I think the Flames, I like the Marauding Maulhorn. Hopefully we pick one up, but got to take the Flames here. Okie dokie. The Angelic Wall is a possibility. I think it's better though to go with either the Hive Stirrings, which is actually not bad at Devout Invocation, but I don't think 2/1/1s is what I really want at this point. That would be the pick probably if I had not passed the Red Sliver, because that would make Slivers good. I haven't seen a ton of Slivers, but there have been a few. Maybe you can let me know. Maybe pack one, pick one. The Sliver, the Thorn Sliver, or whatever it's called, Thorncaster. Maybe that's a better pick than Doomblade. Let me know what you think. I mean, it's hard to go wrong with Doomblade, but based on the way this draft has gone, obviously I'd rather have that Sliver. But here, I think it's another Dragon Egg. I mean, we're weak to flyers, but the Dragon Egg, keeps us alive a little bit, and if they want to attack into it, we can go to the skies. Hopefully it slows them down a little. I think that's got to be the pick here, so it is the pick. That's the good thing about being the one doing the draft, is if you think it's the pick, you can make it the pick. Alright, well, there's some black coming back this way, so there's a Death Gaze Cockatrice, which I think is pretty strong. I mean, 2/2 for 4 isn't amazing, but the fact that it can fly in for damage or trade with just about anything is pretty good. I think it's pretty good. For us, it's a Wild Guess or a Canyon Minotaur, and even though I don't love Canyon Minotaur, and we might be playing 3 of them, our creature count's pretty low, and we are going to have to find a way to live for a while so that we can hopefully get to Devout Invocation. If we don't get to Devout Invocation, we are not going to win, probably. So, that's not a great place to be in, but it's where we are. So, alright, well there's another Shiv's Embrace. So, between 2 Shiv's Embraces, even though we are light on creatures, I don't love that, but with 2 Shiv's Embraces, hopefully we can suit someone up. Maybe these Canyon Minotaurs are better as 5/5 flyers. There's a Bog Brew Witch. Alright, well, we're not playing that card. So, for us, it's either the Trick and Thunderstrike or the white card and the Capuchin Knight. And I think this deck needs a Capuchin Knight, unfortunately. I like Thunderstrike, but with 13 creatures, I think we just need something, and this guy with the first strike might be able to hold down the ground a little bit. Alright, here's Master Diversion. I think he's pretty good. We're not probably that aggressive, but I still think it's better than pulling like a Siege Mastodon. We're already pretty heavy in 3 and 4 drops. Interestingly, right now our curve goes 3, 4, 7, so that's something. But I don't think Siege Mastodon is really what we want, so I'll take the Master Diversion. It's got more upside, I think. Okay. I think Fire Shrieker is actually probably pretty good in our deck full of little weenies, especially on like a Regathan Firecat. Giving that guy Double Strike or a Shiv's Embrace and then equipping it, so you got a 5/5 Double Striking or a 10/10 or 12/12 doubles or 6/6 Double Strike. That's got to be the pick. I'd love to pick up this Flare, but I think this Fire Shrieker makes our deck a lot better. Alright, things are getting a little better. The Cyclops Tyrant and 3/4 Intimidate is fine, but I think I'd rather have one of these guys, and I'm not sure which. I don't think we're that aggressive. I'm going to take the Academy Raider. We have a million 3-drops. Maybe another 2-drop is just better. I think the looting's more important in this deck, though. I don't want to play 2 Suntail Hawks, so I'm just going to pull this Claustrophobia. I mean, Solemn Offering might work as well. I mean, we don't have a way to really get rid of artifacts or enchantments. Maybe it's worth it as a sideboard card. No, I think I'd rather just pull the Claustrophobia out of there. Okay, Creatures Without... Seismic Stomp for the sideboard over, like, Illusionary Armor. I mean, Illusionary Armor is pretty good against us, I think. I guess we have a Rod of Ruin we can sideboard in if we need to. So, yeah, I'll just take the Seismic Stomp. I don't plan on playing it, but... the wild guess. I probably won't play either. Wow, that's a really late messenger deck. Let's see. If I cut this and this and this, trying to figure out if I'd even play Siege Mastodon. I don't think so. Alright, my video stopped there. You missed my last 3 picks, which again show how confused I am in this draft because I didn't see any strong signals, and my last 3 picks I took were Messenger Drake, Negate, and Archaeomancer was the last card, the last non-land card in the pack. So if you're playing blue, I don't know why you don't want an Archaeomancer, but apparently I don't know what happened. Anyways, I'm at 24. These are the cards I'm thinking of playing. My creature count's low, but I don't really want to run a Suntail Hawk or a Soulmender. I think Wild Guess is okay, but I don't think I want to do that here. I have 2 Academy Raiders. If we're against a red deck, we will side them out, almost certainly. Interestingly, early on, those Marauding Maulhorns would come around kind of late. I think I saw them in like picks 1 or 2, and then I never saw another one. So someone was taking Marauding Maulhorns, which are sweet creatures, so I don't blame them at all. Like, they're totally worth taking. But we got to cut 1 card here, and we're hoping Devout Invocation gets there. We have some options. Devout Invocation, we have the Outrage, we have the couple Shiv's Embraces, and Awaken the Ancient Flames. So we have some removal. Gonna cut a card. It might be one of the Canyon Minotaurs. I mean, do we really need 3 Canyon Minotaurs? Probably not. Do you really want to play 2 Canyon Minotaurs? No. The problem is we're pretty light on creatures, and with the Fire Shrieker, it's maybe Dragon Hatchling is actually the card I don't want to play. Although, again, with like a Fire Shrieker, it's pretty good. I guess I haven't played Fire Shrieker, but it doesn't take a lot of imagination to see where Double Strike would work good with many of these cards. I mean, I don't know. I think most of this stuff's pretty good, I think. You can count Awaken the Ancient as a creature, I think. Celestial Flare is the hardest card to cast in the deck. Probably. But it's probably worth it. It's good late. Usually, you know, sometimes people are swinging with 5 or 6 creatures, but a lot of times they're swinging with one guy that you can't deal with, who's unblockable, or who has Intimidate, or who has Flying, or something you can't deal with. They're just attacking with one guy you can't deal with. Celestial Flare often does the trick. So, what do I want to cut? I think Show of Valor is actually pretty good. I think Fortify is pretty good too. I don't really want to cut a creature, but I think it might be one of these Canyon Minotaurs, because I think the rest of this stuff is better, I think. And I think even though this guy's not amazing in this deck, probably, and maybe even bad in this deck, I think the early drop is better. So that's what we're going to do. Let's look at how many of each color we have. Obviously, we're very red, obviously. We have triple red. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, plus effects from, like, the dragons. 20, plus the effects from dragons, Shiv's Embrace, and Awaken the Ancient. So, let me write this down here. And for white, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, plus a double. So, I definitely want a lot of mountains here. I don't know that 5 and 12 is what I want. I mean, I can't cast this at all at 5 and 12, but maybe 10-7. I mean, we definitely need to get 3 for this guy, and obviously playing this on turn, well, I guess it's turn 5. We don't have any way to ramp it, and giving it haste means it's a turn 5 play. I mean, I will say our deck is, other than the 7-drop, it's very low in casting cost. So I think 10-7 is probably okay. I mean, maybe even 11-6. In fact, I think 11-6 is what I want, and hopefully we're not just holding a Celestial Flare. I probably just jinxed myself, but I think 10-6 is fine. We really only need 1 white. I mean, the extra white's good for the Capuchin Knight, who's not amazing, but that's what we're going to do, and I will see you in round 1. Thanks for everyone who watched the pre-release draft of Lucky Draw and gave comments and everything, subscribed. Very much appreciate it. I do enjoy doing the videos, and is nice to know that other people are enjoying them as well. So thanks again, and if you're enjoying the content, please subscribe, leave me comments, tell me where I screwed up or what I might have done different or what you think I did well. And yeah, feel free to say hey. And alright, let's move to round one.